Hello, I wanted to show you real quick how I use Pass the Pumpkin with my preschoolers and my kindergartners. Pass the Pumpkin is a music ed kind of song that a lot of music educators use. I wish I could give credit to whoever came up with it. I have no idea, but it is awesome. It is really, really brilliant. It reinforces a minor scale, and then it gives kids a really concrete thing to do. And the trick is adapting it so that it fits for the age range that you're targeting. So it's probably best suited for, second or third grade. I used it yesterday in my second or third grade classes. We had kids playing 3 different instruments and basically cycling into those instruments. And but I teach mostly preschool, so this is how I use it in preschool. So first I explain the minor scale versus the major scale. So up to this point in school, we've already talked about the major scale, so they have some kind of idea of what that sounds like. So I explain to them that this song is in a minor key, and it has this music word called minor that sometimes some people think that it sounds kind of sad or it sounds kind of spooky. I think it sounds very beautiful, a minor key, but it can be all kinds of different songs that sound in certain ways. And we use it a lot in October because of Halloween, and a lot of Halloween songs are in a minor key. So I'll sing it for them. La 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 la, and tell them that that is all the notes in order, but you can take all the notes out of order. La 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 la, and create songs out of them. So anyway, pass the pumpkin all around. Listen to the minor sound. Ooh, ooh, will it stop on you? So I sing that to them. And then we pass the pumpkin around the circle. It is challenging to get preschoolers to pass a pumpkin around the circle because they all want to hold it and wait for their turn or hold it, and because they get to do something fun if the pumpkin lands on them. It is challenging to do, but after a couple of weeks they completely have it down. So I often follow the pumpkin around in the circle and kind of give them this little pass it, pass it, pass it, pass it as they go, and they eventually kind of figure it out. And I also let them know that there is a beat to the end of the song. Ooh, ooh, will it stop on you? And so I can tell who it's supposed to land on. So I will have it scoot and keep going, even if the kids are trying to hold it so that it lands on them. But that's probably the most challenging part about this with preschoolers. But what I do is I have this really cool little gong. I should have grabbed it, but I have this really cool little gong that if the pumpkin lands on them, I will walk up to them and they will get to ring my gong one time. And it's the only time I've ever been able to really successfully use a gong in preschool sessions without the kids getting really overstimulated and, just too loud, right? But they love it. There's a huge incentive for them to hit this gong. So we go around the circle. If it lands on a kid who has already had a turn, then it goes to the next child so that every child gets a turn. Now I have a group of, most of my classes are about 25 kids, and so I have done it before where we wait till every single child gets a turn with the pumpkin, and they lose interest in it. So, we can go about 5-6 minutes, which is a long time for preschoolers. And then at the end, I will just ask the kids who haven't had a turn to raise their hand, and I will walk around with the gong and let them try it. So anyway, it is one of the favorite songs and activities for kids all year round. They absolutely love it. I love it because it gives me something really different to do. I would recommend bringing in a pumpkin about this size. I had one like a pumpkin pie kind of pumpkin that I got from the store, and it was way, way, way too big, and the poor preschoolers, it was fine, but it was like they could carry it, but then once they had to pass it and get to here, it was too heavy for them. So it was a big challenge for them. I also used a fake pumpkin once that had sequins on it, and it was the worst idea ever because I travel and I go into preschool classrooms, and I just left the biggest mess in my first class that I did that with, and I had to tell the teacher, I was like, I'm so sorry, I'm not going to bring that pumpkin next time, so they left. So anyway, this kind of size of pumpkin is actually perfect, and it took me a while to figure that out. So I hope this is helpful for you. Have you used it in your class? If you have, please DM me or write a comment below, and I'll share it with everybody.